Turn it up.
From the YBA Phoenix Fitness 24/7 basketball facility in Rockland, California, it's Coach's Rise time with Coach C.Collins.
Get it started. 3, 2, 1.
Coach's Rise time.
Hey, you're tuning in to Coach's Rise time. Yeah, it's about that time where I talk a little bit of basketball, some life, some commentary, how things associate to athletes. Check out the main show About Their Life podcast if you want to hear more with in-depth interviews and people I'm talking to. Also with my co-host Marcus. It's always great to have him on, or my guest co-host Marcus, or my main co-host Mark. It's always great to have either one of them on, so check that out. Again, hit that subscribe and like button if you're here. Do the HBO special, help a brother out. Shout out to my man, Poor Man's Podcast, for that one. I'm just trying to give you guys good commentary, an objective view on some points that associate to athletes, basketball commentary, tips, tricks for coaching, and other things that I just kind of have my own opinion on. If you've been supporting from day one, it's really appreciated. My sponsors are also in the link, so go ahead and check them out, like Dr. Dish, Hardwood Palace, and Hidden Treasures Cannabis Club. Feel free to check them out anytime. You might want to get something for yourself. With that being said, though, I wanted to today's topic. I wanted to discuss something a question I said on one of my last episodes. I actually got this idea from checking out a podcast. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. I was just listening to it when I was at work, and it's a lady. She calls on a lot of feminists. It's a UK podcast, I believe. White lady, red hair, but really, really intelligent. It's just one brother too. He's on there at times. But she posed a question that I thought was pretty significant, and I kind of took a spin of that for an athlete. And this is my question to you guys. And please feel free to leave comments of your opinion of it down low. Again, this isn't to make anyone upset, but this is to let's keep it a buck. Let's call it real. I'm a man. I'm a black man. So there is some natural bias to this. And I'm also a black athlete. And I'm always concerned of seeing my athletes, especially my young athletes. There's this social climate of where we say to LeVar Ball said it best when he was saying it to LaMelo. He said, there's no way you are ever going to find love. All you're going to find is hoes that want to take your money and come at you and take you for all you're worth. I don't like that, but there is some truth to it. More times than not, women will tell you, go ahead and look at some of these podcasts like Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, God rest his soul, Mediocre's Tours and Reviews, Poor Man's Podcast. Look at the podcast in the manosphere. You'll see it for yourself. There are women, look on TikTok. There's women that are very upfront about wanting a particular type of man, where that'd be a celebrity, an athlete, or someone with six figures. Typically, athletes and celebrities all fall into that category, especially if they like black men. But black men only make up 6 to 7% of this country, probably even less than that. So you're talking about a very, very, very minute demographic of men that become targets for women. And so the question she posed from the podcast was, she said, if a man is raising a child that isn't his and the mother openly knows it, should she face some sort of legal ramifications for it? Should she face jail time, for this? Prison time, jail time, fines, and they went into debate. So I wanted to skew that question even further. The question I posed to you guys is, if a woman is found to intentionally try to get pregnant by a celebrity or athlete, obviously I'm talking more inclined to basketball players because they're notoriously known for being targets, or she explicitly lies about said athlete, things like she got raped or, assaulted. If any of this is said, should that woman face legal ramifications? Or if she had a child by this pro athlete and basically knew it was not his, but still absorbed his resources. And there are even some states where you don't even have to biologically be the father, and you're still forced to pay child support because she just deems you as the father. And there's case after case of that. Please go look it up. I will have links to one of these cases in description, one that I want to play for you guys right now, and how memorable it was, because it was from years ago, about a man named Brian Banks who was accused of rape, not proven, accused, and lost 10 years of his life due to this accusation. And they got her on hidden tape admitting that she didn't, and she ran from the law. I think she's hiding in Mexico somewhere and not coming back. But there are women who are caught lying, and there's no legal ramifications for them. Like, think about the Drake incident with the hot sauce. Funny as shit, no doubt. But Drake is that aware that he is a target, that after he did the deed, he put hot sauce in his protection, and she tried to use the sauce to get pregnant and got burnt, and she turned around and wants to sue Drake. Now, all this is allegedly, but how crazy is that of a world we live in? And she's basically admitting that I did try to intentionally extort him by having the means of another person. You want to grow a life for the means to extort a man, and there are nothing legal ramifications for that. If I steal from my employees, if I steal their money, that's called embezzlement. I go to jail for that. If I don't pay my taxes or I lie on my taxes, that's tax fraud. I go to prison for that. We have plenty of legal measures towards men for if they do anything against the societal structure, and for sure if we do anything against women. If I went around saying as a man, yeah, I'm going to go to that, spring break to go get a bunch of chicks pregnant, I'm going to be deemed a predator. I'm probably going to be deemed a sex offender, and my life is going to be over as far as the social commentary, and I might even face some county and jail time. It is a very much known and understood all-star weekend for NBA players is a very predatory atmosphere for women looking to secure the bag, right? Boss bitch, secure the bag, all that type of stuff. So should there be any legal ramifications if it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt the intent and the execution or attempt of execution was to extort a man's resources? I mean, you could circle it back to even Emmett Till and how barbaric that was, from just being accused of whistling, and there's race demographics and everything else with that. But I'm going to play this Brian Banks clip, and I'm going to end it with my thoughts. And I just wanted to end that. I wanted to exercise that question out there for you guys. Again, semi-controversial. I'll just tell you my opinion on it and my stance on it. And then you guys start the conversation from there. Again, not to create issue, but to create commentary and to get people to think outside the box. This man lost 5 years of his, or 10 years of life.
I was 16 years old. I was 11th in the nation as a linebacker playing for Long Beach Poly High School, very notorious school for football. I had verbally committed to USC on a full scholarship. I chose to go to a known make-out spot with this girl that I've known for some years. And in this make-out spot, we kissed, we touched, we made out, but by the end of that day, I was being arrested and accused of sexual assault and kidnapping. And by the time that they figured out that that didn't happen, 10 years of my life had been lost.
This is Brian Banks. They made a film about him and his life and how he lost it, just basically falsely accused of rape. He was exonerated 2012. How crazy is that? That a woman could do that.
10, 11 years, but you were given a second chance. Can you take us back to that moment in court when the judge said that you were exonerated? Do you remember how you felt?
I remember dropping my head to the table and just, I was happy. I was overwhelmed. The weight on my shoulders was lifted, but I was also questioning why. Why did this have to happen? Why me? Why did it take so long for people to finally begin to listen? And
there's a lot of men that feel that way. There's a lot of athletes that feel like we're preyed upon and we're targeted. And I shouldn't say me because, you know, I'm not an NBA player or anything like that. And what life tells us is, as a man, like, hey, just wear protection and get the fuck over it. You know, make sure you smart and aware. Well, let me try to reverse this so women, if any of you catching this and listen to it, think of it like this. If you like to go out, let's just say you're between the age of 20 to 28 and you like to go out, you like to go to bars, you like to go to clubs, you like to go to, if you're in Miami, you like to go to yacht parties, all that stuff. Should I say to you as a man, well, if you don't want to get raped, if you don't want people to be predators towards you, don't go out. And when you do go out, wear hoodies and joggers and don't wear makeup and make yourself look as unpresentable as possible at these functioning party events, and you'll be fine. That's the equivalent of when you guys say to young men who are 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27 in their physical primes in the NBA or celebrities, and you just say, hey, just wear protection and be smart. Like, you shouldn't have been out. You shouldn't have trusted that woman. Why would you want to have sex with her? What are you thinking? You're an NBA player. You should just be reading the Bible and staying in your hotel room. Come on, man. Let's be real. We're humans, and we were all young once. So let's cut all that. I'm curious of your thoughts, though. Should women have legal repercussions for some of these decisions, or do we just simply say, hey, it's just women being women? I'm curious of your thoughts on that. You guys tell me what you think. With that being said, I know that might be a tougher comment, and I don't mind starting and sparking the conversation. Hopefully it doesn't create a shit ton of backlash, but I do want you guys to know and understand that. Once again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Helps me out with the algorithm. If not, just enjoy the show. Hope you got a little bit of something out of it. On the audio side, I know it's doing really well. On YouTube, just trying to grow and stay consistent for you guys. But please feel free to drop into the next episode. Much appreciated. And stay safe, man. Definitely my prayers and heart goes out to Uvalde, Texas. What happened there was extremely tragic. 21 dead. It's not okay, man. We need to have some talks. Steve Kerr did a phenomenal job using his platform to talk about it. And we need to have these talks about gun laws and things like that. But I'm not going to get into all that social commentary. That's not what this podcast is. It's not about politicizing everything. I'm just saying we just got to keep kids safe, because I work in the realm of youth, and I would hate to hear of any of my kids getting shot up at school. It's just a tough month right now. And I pray everybody gets through it. Whomever you believe in, even if you don't believe in any religion or deity, just be safe. Protect each other. Humanity has a good side to it. And let's try to remember that. Be safe.